Why does inflation reduce purchasing power over time? Imagine walking into a store today and buying a loaf of bread for $2. Next year, that same loaf costs $3. Why does this happen? Well, it all comes down to inflation. Inflation is a sustained increase in the overall price level of goods and services in an economy over time. When inflation occurs, prices of everyday items like food, fuel, and housing tend to go up. Now, think about how much your money can buy. That's called purchasing power. If you have $100 today, you can buy a certain amount of goods and services. But if prices rise due to inflation, that same $100 will buy less than before. For example, if a basket of goods costs $100 today but costs $120 next year, your $100 can no longer buy the entire basket. Your purchasing power has decreased because each dollar is worth less in terms of what it can buy. This decrease in buying ability affects everyone. If your income stays the same but prices go up, you can afford fewer things. This is especially tough for people on fixed incomes, like pensioners, because their income doesn't increase with inflation. So over time, they find it harder to maintain their standard of living. Inflation also impacts savings and investments. If you save money today and the inflation rate is higher than the interest you earn, your savings lose value over time. For example, if inflation is 2% annually and your savings earn only 1% interest, your money's real value shrinks. In about 36 years, your savings could be worth half of what they are now in terms of what they can buy. Prices of raw materials and wages don't always change at the same speed. Some prices, like those for commodities, can fluctuate daily, while wages tend to adjust more slowly. This mismatch can cause some people to experience a sharper decline in their purchasing power. Businesses also feel the pinch when costs rise. When raw material prices go up, companies often pass these costs onto consumers by raising prices. This cycle can make inflation worse if incomes don't keep pace. Interest rates and borrowing also play a role. When inflation is high, central banks may raise interest rates to slow it down. Higher rates make borrowing more expensive, which can reduce spending and investment. On the other hand, low interest rates can encourage borrowing but might also lead to more inflation if too much money chases too few goods. In the end, inflation reduces purchasing power because it pushes prices higher, making each dollar worth less. This affects how much people can buy, how much they save, and how businesses operate. It's a key factor in understanding the health of an economy and how policies are designed to keep prices stable.